Alright, hello all you StAUSCC fans and welcome back to another T20 friendly match as we prepare for our head-to-head with Calendar Cricket Club. Today we're up against, by request of one Ross McLennan, the Perth Scorchers, and we'll be coming to you from the WACA. So without further ado, let's get into it. Well, here we have the spiritual home of Western Australian cricket, as the St Andrews University Staff Cricket Club are in town.
And Perth Rollers. I'm Michael Slater, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to my co-commentator.
Couple more changes to the St Andrews lineup. Earnshaw and Crooks back in the side.
I'd say we're set for a full day's play though. Hard to say what the captains will do here.
Perth Rollers have to be the favourites here, but should still be a good match. Heading down to the middle now for the toss.
Apparently we're the home side, so Scorchers call, and they have won the toss. What are they going to do?
The visitors win the toss.
We're batting first. Well, this should be a challenge for St Andrews. Batting has not been going well for us recently, but we do have a long batting lineup today.
The bowler is at the top of his run-up. Let's go.
As you see here in the batting, we have Segal and Koshi. First ball into Segal. He's leaning on that one and he's found a gap.
Hits the rope first ball. Nice shot.
Oh, it seems the match has also been shortened due to rain. We're down to 16 overs aside. It might play into St Andrews' hands. Segal on strike again. Richardson in. Segal tucks this one into leg. Fielded this time. Koshi with a big dive. Richardson into Koshi now. Not usually seen these days in the shortened forms of the game. But he's off the mark, first ball. Segal back on strike. He's on 5. This one's full and beats him outside off stump. That's a great ball from Richardson. Change in the field here. Extra men on that onside. Richardson into Segal. Short, and he leans on it behind square. Koshi's coming through for 1. Big dive, and he gets there. 7 runs already, St Andrews. Richardson in again. Koshi leans on that behind square. Segal's coming through. Big dive, and he's safe.
Reasonably good over there. Berendorf, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the river end.
Well, we have the left-arm seamers of Berendorf coming into Koshi now. He tucks this one behind square. He's hit that well. 4 runs to Koshi. Both batsmen move on to 6. Berendorf in once more. Koshi trying to play the same shot. Can only manage an inside edge this time. Good start for St Andrews so far. None for 13. Berendorf in again. Segal just tucks that one off his legs. The man back at deep square.
One more to the score.
4th ball of the over. Koshi swings hard at that one.
This should be close.
Big dive from Segal. Are they going to get there? Oh, he's out. Run out.
Can't make it back against some great work.
Well, that's not what they needed. Segal goes early. Run out for 7. Thought he had enough time to make it through for that leg by and was just short.
So the new batsman is at the crease.
Brings Earnshaw to the crease. Richardson in again to Earnshaw. It's set down the ground. Direct hit, but Earnshaw's safe and he's off the mark. 1 for 15, St Andrews. Koshi going hard at that one. This time, Earnshaw sends him back. Tie into the attack now. Replacing Richardson. Earnshaw back and pulling. Gets us away through square, but they'll only get 1. Koshy on strike.
Nice work behind the
Goes
stumps.
hard at it down leg.
Going to bowl that one again. Wide.
Given as a wide by the umpire. Tie in once more. Time Koshy clips it into the leg side. Batsmen are through quickly. It's another single. Third ball of the over for Ty now. Into Earnshaw, who's forward and leaning on it. It's it hard, but straight at square leg. Tie in again. Oh, Earnshaw goes hard at it, but
Doesn't
misses
play that
out.
one well.
Two balls left in the over. This time he connects with it. He's hit it hard and high over square leg.
Six.
It's gone all the way. What a shot from Earnshaw. Last ball of the over for Ty. He's in. Earnshaw punches it through extra cover. And they get one. Behrendorff to continue. He's bowling to Earnshaw. Earnshaw tries to hit him straight, but is struck on the body.
Well and truly beaten by the bowler.
Don't rub it, James. Behrendorff in again. Second ball. It's full. Earnshaw hits it in the air, over, backwards, square. 4 runs. Just clips it off his pads. Behrendorff in again. Again, it's down leg. Strikes the batsman. Koshy's running quickly. Big dive from him, and he makes it safely.
Concentration there.
Koshy on strike now. Haven't seen him for a couple of overs. Behrendorff in. Koshy gets a leading edge, and it goes all the way out to mid-on, where the catch is taken. Second wicket for Perth. No argument there from Koshy. He falls for 8 from 8. And that brings Crooks out to the middle. Behrendorff into Crooks. Bull and just nudged into the onside.
Off the mark there.
Final ball in the 4th over. 2 for 31, St Andrews. Earnshaw's back and pull.
Ends
They
that
get through
over.
for a 1. Well, here we have the first introduction of spin. Ahmed in. Earnshaw hitting hard through the covers. Diving stop there. Keeps it to 1. Brings Crooks on strike. Ahmed in. Crooks smashes that one past short fine leg. 4 runs. Man's very close there at leg slip. Crooks underneath this one. Has he got enough of it? 1 bounce, 4.
Solid shot. Goes for 4.
Good start to his innings here for Crooks. He's on 9. Earnshaw on 15. Ahmed to continue. Crooks drives that down the ground. One's fielded by mid-off. 2 balls left in the over. Ahmed in again. What a shot. What a catch. Crooks has hit that one straight at leg slip, and he has taken an absolute dream catch. Turner. Crooks goes for 9. He was looking to get on with it.
Franklin has their first ball to face here.
And St Andrews 3 for 41 as Franklin comes to the crease. One shorter, strikes Franklin. No, says the umpire.
Not out the decision.
It's a good second half of the over here for Ahmed. Well, with 11 overs to go, St Andrews 3 for 41. Behrendorff continues to Earnshaw, who's back and pulling. They get 1 and stick to 1.
And they get a single there.
Franklin on strike now. Still yet to get off the mark. Behrendorff in. Full and just leans on it through the onside. They'll get one. And just one. Well fielded out there in the deep.
Is off the mark.
Run rate for St Andrews just above 8 and over. Behrendorf in again, and Earnshaw's again helping this through the leg side. Don't think they'll mind this, Perth. As Behrendorf continues, this time to Franklin. Again in it. And at those leg stump, that leg stump. Another single for St Andrews.
They take a single.
Behrendorf 2 balls left in his 3rd over. Then this one's just tucked fine. Great shot there by Earnshaw. 4 runs. St Andrews 3 for 49. Behrendorf in again. It's full and Earnshaw pushes it behind square on the onside. Can't quite beat the man on the boundary. So it's just one, but that's the 50 up for St Andrews.
Fairly tight in that over.
And the field spreads. Ahmed in. Bowling to Earnshaw, who's forward and running with the shot.
Needs a direct hit. And that's a
Through
single.
for the single. Ahmed in to Franklin now. Who's trying to play down towards fine leg. Ahmed in again. It's full and Franklin's running with the shot down to mid-off. Good cricket.
And through for 1.
Earnshaw on strike now. He's on 23. Slams that one through the covers. Sweeper does the fielding and it's just 1. 2 balls left in the over. Franklin hits that one down to fine leg. He's always looking for that shot. And Ahmed just strays onto the pads. 4 runs. Last ball of the over. Oh, Franklin trying to carve that through the offside. Just doesn't turn. Well bowled. Well, Richardson back in after his 1 over to open up. None for 8. Bowling to Earnshaw, who's forward and struck by the delivery. Richardson in again. This one, Earnshaw is forward and hitting through the leg side. They're coming back for 2.
Chance.
Better throw would have had him there, but safe in the end. Always worrying when Franklin makes you look slow. Richardson in again to Earnshaw. Trying to play it through the leg side, but beaten by the swing. Three for 59. Richardson in again. Again. Well bowled. Two balls left in the over. This one's full outside off stump. Tucked out to extra cover, but Earnshaw's running with the shot. Gets through for 1. Last ball of the over. Franklin on strike. Full and beats Franklin outside off stump. It's a fantastic over from Richardson. Another spinner into the attack. Agar to Earnshaw. Well bowled. Just nudged out to long off and they get 1. St Andrews just past the halfway stage now. 3 for 61. Franklin driving through the covers. Only as far as the sweeper. Another single.
1 run there.
Agar into Earnshaw. It's clipping this down towards fine leg. There's a man back. And they're going to have to settle just for 1. Earnshaw through to 29 from 24 balls. Franklin's on 8. He's on strike. Driving down the ground. Gets the single. 2 balls left in the over. Very tidy over so far from Agar. Earnshaw's forward, drives but can't beat the bowler. Final ball. Earnshaw tucks us behind square but can't beat the man.
Nice and clean in that over.
A great over from Agar. And Perth just taking a little bit of momentum off
Some good figures so
St Andrews
far,
at the
coming
moment.
on for a new spell.
3 for 64. 9 overs gone. One's full and Franklin's hitting straight. Squirts it down to mid-on. And get one. Tie into Earnshaw now. Again, full. Flicks us down to fine leg. Another single for St Andrews.
And they go through for one.
Gonna start needing more than one soon. Tie in once more. One's shorter and Franklin's back and cutting down to third man. Another single. Earnshaw back on strike. Tie in. Earnshaw just nudges this through the leg side. Another one. Franklin on 11. Tie in. Franklin hits us hard through the covers.
Oh, very nice there from
Again,
Barron.
only as far as the man on the boundary.
There.
Last ball, another tidy over. Tie in, bowls Earnshaw, pulling out to mid-on.
Not too bad from either side there.
6 off the over.
The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the members' end.
Mitchell Marsh into the attack now. Earnshaw on strike. Ball's wide and smashed through cover
That's a
point.
good boundary.
Much needed boundary for St Andrews. Earnshaw moves to 36. Martian again. This time Earnshaw runs it down behind square. Fielder at third man comes round. Get one. Marsh to Franklin now. Driving out to mid-on. Through for the single. Three balls left in the 11th over. Remember, this game has been shortened to 16 overs a side because of rain.
Cuts that nicely.
Earnshaw
Runs
leans
away for four.
back and runs it down to the backward point boundary. It's a great shot from him. He moves to 41. 3 for 80, St Andrews. Martian again. Again, Earnshaw's back and just running that down behind point. Just a single this time.
One more to the score.
Franklin on strike. He's on 13. Last ball of the over. He's hitting this one in the air out towards forward square leg. It doesn't quite make the fielder on the boundary. They get through for one.
Many away in that over.
Bit risky, that shot. Tie to continue. Over number 12. Franklin back and leaning on that down to third man. Earnshaw has to dive, but he's through for the single.
And a single taken.
3 for 83, St Andrews. Tie into his third over. One's full and whipped off his pads. Down to the square leg boundary. Get through for another single. Tie into Franklin. Full and at leg stump. Franklin gets that away behind square. They think about two.
They'll take a single.
Venture on 43. Nudges this one down the ground. Long on comes up. Does the fielding. Another one. Quality bowling here from Ty. He's in again to Franklin. He's trying to get that through the covers.
This should be close. They
Can't
take a
quite beat
single.
the man, but they're through for one. Last ball of the over for Ty. He's into Earnshaw, who's hitting up and over cover.
Superb shot.
found the gap, and it's 4 runs. And that's the 50 partnership between these two.
Good batting from these two. The partnership now worth 50.
3 for 91. 4 overs to go. Marsh into Franklin. Full at the stumps. Franklin's got that in front of square. Great work on the boundary. We'll keep it to 1.
1 run taken.
Martian again to Earnshaw. Drives hard at it. They're running through for a quick leg by. Franklin gets there.
The better of the batsman.
Three for 93. Franklin on 18. Martian bowls. Oh, he tries to hit that off the front foot.
Couldn't get the drive away.
Can't quite get there. Martian again to Franklin. This one's punched off the back foot through the covers. They'll get 1. Earnshaw back on strike. He's on 48. Back and cutting this one down to 3rd man. They'll get 1 and there'll be an overthrow. That'll be 2, and that's Earnshaw's half century.
He has played well here. Positive and exciting batting to get to 50.
Final ball in the 13th over. St Andrews 3 for 96. Martian to bowl. This one strikes Earnshaw on the hand. They'll get 1. Earnshaw's coming back for 2. And he'll end up making that quite comfortably in the end.
Kept it fairly tight in that over.
Leg by, says the umpire. And here we have Earnshaw's spider, scoring all around the ground. Good boundaries on the offside as well as behind square in the leg, and of course that one big 6 over square early on in his innings. Well, Spin comes back into the attack with 3 overs to go. An unusual choice perhaps. This one's strikes Franklin. I think Earnshaw may have been out if that had hit. The leg by. Ahmed in again. Earnshaw runs that down towards point. Franklin's through for the single. And that's the 100 up for St Andrews. Ahmed in.
Huge appeal.
Getting that through for the leg by. Bit of discussion about reviewing this one.
They're sending this one
And
upstairs.
yes, they sent it upstairs.
Captain must be confident that they will get this one overturned.
Pitching outside.
The impact is
Impact outside. And clipping the stumps, so Franklin will stay not out. Questionable review that.
Unsuccessful with that. Their final review.
Franklin hits this one up over the offside. There is a man back, and he takes the catch comfortably. Don't know whether he lost his concentration after that review, but that's a wicket for Perth. St Andrews lose their 4th. Franklin going the 19. Good innings from him, but never really kicked on.
Smith is the new man at
And
the
now we
men's
have
driver's end.
Paul Smith joining James Earnshaw. 2 balls left in the over. Earnshaw running this one to point. There is a man there now. The dot ball. Last ball of the over for Ahmed. Earnshaw pulling this one off the front foot. Squirts it through the leg side. To get 1.
1 wicket falls in that over.
Good over
The
for
right
Perth.
fast bowler is coming into the attack from the members' end.
Well, Richardson back into the attack. 2 overs for 11 from him. Great effort so far. That one's full in at the pads of Earnshaw. They get 1, and they'll have to stick to 1. 11 balls left in the innings.
It is now out in the middle.
Smith on strike, his first ball. Back and pulling this one. It pulls into the gap. But again, they're just going to have to settle for one.
And they go through for one.
Earnshaw on 53. Richardson into him. He's back and pulling as well. Doesn't get as much on this one. Again, it's only a single though. St Andrews 4 for 105. Still be looking at that 120 mark. Smith on strike. Richardson into him. Full, and he nudges that through square leg. Again, they're going to have to settle for one. This is really quality bowling here from Richardson. Not giving the batsman anything to work with. Then once more, another full ball. Again, punched out to the leg side. Again, only one.
One run there.
Last ball of the 15th over. Richardson into Smith. One's full and Smith swings hard but can't connect.
Agar has bowled well so far, returns to the attack.
Agar to finish up. Earnshaw forward, nudges this to the leg side. To get one, again. Good fielding out there in the deep, keeps it to one. Agar into Smith now. Smith across the stumps, it's it up in the air. There's a man back at short fine leg and he's taken.
This is a big wicket.
Well, Smith had to go for it there.
The new batsman
Last over.
at the non-striker's end.
And that brings Hay to the crease. He's at the non-striker's end. Earnshaw just leans on that one outside off stump. Finds the gap and it's four.
Got what it deserved. Poor ball.
It's a nice shot from Earnshaw. He's on 60. And Andrews 5 for 112. Great ball from Agar. Turning away from him. Well bowled. 2 balls left. Agar into Earnshaw. Crosses stumps, flicks that through the leg side. They'll get one.
Hayes is getting ready to face the next ball.
Hay to face his first ball. Agar into him. He misses out trying to hit that over leg. A fantastic final over from Agar. And St Andrews falling a bit short here. 16 overs. 5 for 113. It's going to take a good effort from the bowlers. See what happens. Well, 114 required for Perth. And Patrick Jess opening the bowling. First ball on a length, outside off stump. No run. Jess, of course, having a fantastic opening spell last game against Bangalore. What a ball!
Well and truly beaten by the bowler.
No carry at all. And McLennan moves up closer to the stumps now. Jess into Inglis. Outside off stump, cut away. 4 runs and Perth are on the board. Jason again. This one's punched off the back foot. Two balls left in the over. It's full outside off stump. Driven into the covers. Final ball for Jess. Full and driven out to backward point.
Done well in that over.
A very good over from Jess.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the river end.
Armstrong, of course, opening up from the other end. This one's back and he's cutting away. The man on the boundary does very well out there. That's Koshi. Flicks it back in, keeps it to 2.
He'll get 2 for that.
Hey, well, that's not a bad shot from Hobson. He has fair smashed that. Next ball's straighter from Armstrong. Punched out to mid-off. Armstrong and again to Hobson. This one finds the edge. It flies down to short third man. Slight misfield there. The batsmen are through for 1. Inglis on strike. Perth none for 7. Armstrong's back and punches off the back foot. Slight misfield there by Earnshaw. Quite sure what happened there. But it's a dot ball. 2 balls left in the over. Bullen beats him outside off stump. That's a good ball from Armstrong. Final ball. Armstrong into Inglis. This one's straighter and gets flicked up and over backward square. He's got a lot of that one. Nice shot from Inglis. Perth now on 13. Just to continue. This one's hit up in the air. Through the covers. Just be 1 though. Inglis back on strike. He's on 10. Pushes this one out to the cover sweeper. Koshi again does the fielding.
They take a single.
Just to Hobson. He's on 4. This one's hit up and over square leg. Yason can just watch it. It goes over him for 4. Hobson on 8. Jessen to bowl. Outside off stump and punched into the covers. None for 19 Perth. Great start for them. This one's hit up in the air straight. It's going to get over mid-off's head. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
1 bounce, 4 runs.
Nice shot from Hobson. Perth moved to 23. Danger signs for St Andrews. As this one's edged away to backward point.
10 runs added in that over.
Armstrong to continue. Bowling to Inglis. Wide outside of some cut away in the air. Away for 4. Great shot from Inglis. Wasn't that short a ball? He moves to 15. Armstrong in again. This one's fuller and hit up to point. Smith does the fielding. Armstrong in again. 3rd ball of the over. Takes out the stumps. That's a great slower ball by Armstrong. Inglis goes for a quick fire 15. And Armstrong strikes. First wicket of the day for St Andrews. That brings Bancroft to the crease.
Bancroft, the new batsman, arrives at the crease.
1 for 27 now, Perth. Armstrong into Bancroft. This one's full outside off stump. Pushed into the covers and they'll get 1. Hobson on strike. He's on 12. Armstrong in. It's cut away but fielded by Smith. Final ball of the over. Punched out. Jessen for over number 3. This last one was expensive. That one's full outside off stump. Finds the edge of Bancroft's bat. Dot ball. Jessen again. Punch to the covers. Another dot ball. Jessen to Bancroft. Scoops it up over the keeper's head. And away for 4. Did not know Pat had enough pace on it for that. But Bancroft plays a shot and it pays off. Perth 1 for 32 now. Jessen again. It's outside off stump. Played out to point. Bancroft on 5. Jessen bowls and this one's hit up over backward square leg. Will go all the way.
Right from the meat of the bat. 4 runs.
No, 1 bounce 4. Final ball here for Pat. One's pulled away to mid-wicket.
Kept it tight there.
So 8 from that over. It's about the run rate required. Perth 1 for 36 after 5, sorry. Armstrong's in. This one's helped up and over square leg. That's a fantastic shot from Hobson. 91 metres. Hobson moves to 18. Perth 1 for 42. Armstrong in again. This one's punched out through the covers. Smith does the fielding, keeps it to 1. Armstrong into Bancroft now. Beats him outside off stump. That's a great ball.
Can't get a shot away.
One for 21 for Armstrong. 4th ball of his 3rd over. One's full and driven hard through the covers. Koshi's back, does the fielding. There's a bit of trouble here. As long as McLennan hits the stumps.
2 runs added.
No, apparently the throw not coming in quick enough.
No, doesn't like that one.
That's poor work out there on the boundary. Koshi's been so good today. Didn't need that, St Andrews. Bancroft's in, cuts this one hard.
Well fielded.
This
Really
one's
good
well
work
fielded
out
and
there.
he'll keep to 1.
They'll get one there.
Final ball of the over for Armstrong, bowling to Hobson. Outside off stump, finds the edge and it's away for 4.
Too many away.
And just like that, Perth are up to 50. After just 6 overs, 10 overs remaining, they need 64 runs to win. Earnshaw to the bowling crease. First ball's helped up over the onside. There is a man back. But what on earth was that? All you can do is shake your head at that effort. Earnshaw in once more. Bancroft punches this one out into the offside. Armstrong does the fielding, but they get 1. Earnshaw now to Hobson. 1 straight and worked through the leg side. Dot ball, well bowled. Earnshaw again. 1's further outside off. Played out to Armstrong. Another dot ball for Earnshaw. And again to Hobson. Driving this time, straight down to mid-on.
This is really good, precise bowling. Another dot ball.
Final ball here for Earnshaw. Played up and over the leg side. Crooks is back. Great work out there on the boundary from Crooks. Keeps it to 1. It's a good over from Earnshaw.
A change in the bowling lineup.
Hay into the attack now. Didn't have a great game with the ball last time round. And that's a fantastic
Not
start.
able to connect.
Hobson on 24 from 18 balls. Hayes in. This one's hit up over the offside
Superb shot.
and beats Koshi running round. 1 for 60 now for Perth. 54 needed from just 52 balls. Hay in. This one's full and driven out to mid-off. Hay in again. Hobson's across the stumps, hits this up over wide mid-on. 1 bounce, 4 runs. He's really pulled that a long way from outside off stump. Don't quite know how he got it there. Hay in again. This one's full and driven out through the covers. Koshi does the fielding. Last ball of the over here for Hay. Into Bancroft. He's across his stumps, hits the ball up in the air. There is a man back. Can he take the catch? Yes, he can.
What a marvellous catch. Was surely headed for 6, but the fielder
And that's the second wicket of the innings. Bancroft goes for a quick fire 17. 17 off 13. Caught Crooks, bowled Hay. And St Andrews will be hoping that begins to turn the tide as Ashton Turner comes out to the crease. And Earnshaw is in to bowl to him. One hit up in the air through wide mid-on, beats the field, goes for 4. Not a bad first ball for Turner. Great shot. Earnshaw in again. This time beats him out off stump.
That was a corker.
Much better ball. Earnshaw in again to Turner, who's playing off the back foot, edges it to backward point. .45 from 45 required for Perth. They should do this. Busts out the reverse sweep. They get 1. That brings Hobson back on strike. He's 33. Earnshaw into him. That one's outside off stump and he's flicked it up over square leg and it beats the man. Goes for 6. Well, you can't visit fields to shots like that. Earnshaw in to reply. This one's hit out along the ground. Wide mid-on. They get 1. Expensive over for St Andrews. And they're going to need to take a few wickets now. Hay to continue. One's full and work towards leg. Hobson on 40. Hay into him. One's nudged off the back foot down the ground. Just as the fielding. It's another dot ball. Hay in again. This one's full and in across his stumps, Hobson.
The dots are really putting the
Can't get it away though. And again, this one's short and punched off the back foot down the ground. Jess Fields, another dot ball. Back to a runner ball for Perth. Hayes in. This one's outside off stump. It's hit up in the air. And the catch is taken out on the boundary.
Good catch.
Another wicket falls at deep square leg for Hay. And that's the set batsman gone. Nick Hobson caught Crooks, bowled Hay for 40. And Perth 3 for 77.
The new batsman will be down at the non-strikers end.
Well, Curtis Patterson, the non-strikers end, as Hay bowls to Turner. This one's hit up and over wide mid-off. There's a man back. Can't reach it. Thought he had a chance there, but it's 4 runs. 33 from 36 required for Perth. This could be a great finish. Earnshaw in beats Patterson outside off stump. It's a great ball. Earnshaw in again. Patterson's up and underneath it. I don't quite know how he's got that there. One bounce 4. Off, halfway off, up middle. How's he hit that shot? Earnshaw in again. This time he's hitting straight. It's in the air. It's high. It's a man coming round. Can he get to it? Takes the catch. And that's another wicket for St Andrews. Earnshaw takes one. Patterson goes. 4 for him. Caught Jess. And Perth 4 for 85.
Marsh is the new man at the non-strikers end.
Well, a lot on these two shoulders. Earnshaw in once more. This one's outside off stump. Hit up and over. Backward point for 6. It's a full delivery that he's just picked up and put away. Turner on fire here. Earnshaw in. This one's hit straight. Again, it's high in the air. Jess is still back there. Takes the catch again, and that's another wicket.
The batsman has been in impressive form lately, and this is massive for the fielding side.
Perth dropping like flies now as another wicket falls. Caught Jess, bowled Earnshaw. 2 new batsmen at the crease.
The new batsman here trying to turn this innings around after a steady flow of wickets in recent overs.
23 from 31. 2 new batsmen at the crease. Earnshaw, last ball of his spell. Into Mitchell Marsh. It's full, nudged out through the covers. They'll get 1. Hay to continue. He's bowling to Marsh. This one's driven straight. Beats Hay, but Haynes is there to clean up. And again, one shorter and driven down to Armstrong. Third ball of the over. Hay in bowls, beats him outside off stump. Hay in once more. This one's hit up and over cover. There is a man back. It's hit very flat. And Koshi takes the catch. Marsh has to go. What a brain explosion there for Mitchell Marsh. Koshi takes the catch and Hay gets another wicket. Perth 6 for 92.
The new batsman will be down at the non-strikers end.
Both batsmen yet to face a ball. 22 from 26 required. Hay in. This one's hit high over square leg. That's a great shot for your first ball. Beats the man. 6 runs. "16 from 25. Won't last long if he keeps playing shots like that. Hay in again. This one's hit up over cover. Is it going to beat Koshi? Yes, it will. 4 more.
One bounce and that's 4.
The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl.
Well, there are 4 overs left. 12 runs required. They should do this in a dawdle. Haynes into bowl. His first over. A huge off-cutter first up.
Couldn't get the drive away.
Haynes in again. One starts down leg.
Oh, great shot.
Punch through wide mid-on. The man after it, but he won't catch it. Haynes in once more. Again, a big off-cutter.
Oh, not able to connect.
Fourth ball for Haynes. Can he find something here? Richardson plays and misses. Two left in the over for Haynes. One's lent on through mid-wicket. Franklin does the fielding.
Another dot ball builds the pressure.
Last ball for Haynes. Into Richardson. Punched off the back foot. Armstrong does the fielding.
This bowler really can get these spinning a long way. Let's see how they go.
Some adjustments to the field.
And now it's the captain himself, Stan Franklin, into bowl. The left-handed Agar. He's on 10 off just 2 balls. First one's hit high in the air. There is a man back. Can he find the ball? He can, and he drops it. Drops it for 6. Well, what a different game it could have been. 2 required instead. Agar's in, hits this over backward square. That's another 6 runs. And that's the game for Perth. Perth winning quite comfortably in the end. Well, what a match we had here from the Wacker. Rain-shortened event, 16 overs aside. St Andrews being put into bat first, managing 5 for 113 off their 16 overs. It was always going to be tough to defend. And so it proved with Perth. 118 in just 13.2 overs, 6 wickets down. Just not enough on the board for St Andrews, despite a spirited effort in the field. And indeed, if a couple more things had gone their way, St Andrews, the result could have been flipped. It was not nearly as one-sided as the balls remaining would seem to suggest. Looking at the St Andrews innings, only really one score of note. That's Earnshaw's 61 not out off 49. Although Franklin stuck around and they had a 50 partnership, they never really kicked into gear, with the run rate always about 7.5 and over, which is what it ended up with. Looking at the bowlers now, and great economy rate there for Richardson. Agar bowled well, and the rest of the bowlers just solid. Nothing really offline, nothing really out of place, and only 7 extras, 6 of which were leg byes. So a very disciplined performance by the Perth Scorchers. Looking now to their batting lineup, and it was all about the hitting for Perth. They just went hard at the ball, and it came off for some of them. Hobson 40 off 29 balls, and they eventually, most of them did fall to good catches on the boundary. Crooks taking 2, Jess taking 2, and Koshi 1. But they got lucky enough times, they got enough of the ball to send it over the rope, over the fielders' heads, and that saw them through to 118. Ashton Agar, 22 off 4 balls. Ridiculous to finish up that match, to make sure that it never really got that close in terms of runs required. Looking at the St Andrews bowlers, and Patrick Jess opening up, 7 and over, not too bad. Armstrong was unlucky once more. Another edge going for 4. A couple of balls just clearing the rope. 1 for 28 from him. Earnshaw 2 for 29, felt the brunt of that heavy hitting. Hay 3 for 23. Haynes only 1 over, excellently bowled, just the 4 off it, and Franklin 12 off 2 balls. Unfortunate to have that ball dropped over the boundary by Jess at long off. So there we have it. Man of the match goes to James Earnshaw for his 61 not out and 2 for 29. There was not really any other standout players here, unless you were going to give it to either Agar or Hobson, so I think Earnshaw's a fair enough pick. St Andrews will be looking for a few more runs from their batsmen, and that's about all here from me. I've been Jim the Editor. Thank you very much for watching.